episode of Training with a Fighter. We are here at Muller's MMA Academy, where Amber Stautzenberger trains out of. Amber's going to be making her pro debut on September 22nd under the Premier Fight Series 2 at 115 pounds. Amber, welcome.
Hi.
To our series of Training with a Fighter. I understand that you're going to be fighting at 115?
Yes.
Under Premier Fight Series 2.
Yep.
Are you excited because this is your pro debut?
I am. I've been waiting for it for a long time already, so it's about time.
Well, there you go. It's about time. So, who are you fighting and where's she fighting out of?
I'm fighting Ivana Coleman. She is from Louisiana. She has 3 fights, and I think she's stand-up, and I'm not too sure about anything else with her, but I've seen one video, but it's 3 years ago. Right.
So, her being a stand-up, and you are a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, am I correct? So are you going to try to keep this fight wherever it goes, standing? I mean, you're comfortable either way?
Yeah, I'm comfortable either way, stand-up, jiu-jitsu, either way.
Right. So you've been waiting for a long time to make your pro debut. You have 7 amateur fights.
Yes.
Correct. And your last fight was with
Ticia Torres.
Right, and that was for a title fight, is that correct?
Yes, it was a title fight.
So how did you feel about that fight? Because I know that after that fight you wanted to go pro, even prior to that.
Yeah. I took the fight with her just because I knew she had over 20 fights kickboxing and MMA, so I figured she was pro level already. And unfortunately I lost to a decision, but it was a good fight. I learned a lot from it. It was my first time cutting down at 115, which was tough for me, but I could do it now.
So are you comfortable at 115? Would you ever fight at any other weight other than 115?
I don't think I could go lower than 115. I'd probably go at most 120 catch weight. Right.
Like I said, this is an episode of Training with a Fighter, and obviously we're going to be following you, seeing how your training camp is going. So what do you have for us today?
We're going to do a little bit of wrestling, hit some mitts maybe, work the bag. I would like to get some sparring in, but we'll see.
Right. Okay, well there you have it. Stay tuned, and you're watching UFFL Combat TV. I'm definitely learning some moves while I'm sitting on the sideline, just taking notes. My brother, Johnny Lozano, is the striking coach, boxing coach. So we're going to see here after she gets done, Johnny's going to do some mitts with her. And then maybe my brother can get some mitts too, so I can get in. So you just got through taking a wrestling class?
Yes.
Well, it's interesting, your boyfriend, she teaches it. How is it like to train with your boyfriend? Because I know what it's like to train like that, but sometimes it's hard.
Most of the time it's okay. Sometimes when we spar, it gets like a little emotional.
Yeah.
So we try not to spar each other too much, but other than that, it's fine. When I was in 8th grade, they asked us what we wanted to be when we grew up, and I said I wanted to be a boxer, and everybody laughed at me, but I mean, here I am now. It's just something I've always wanted to do. I really enjoy doing it. It keeps me in shape. I work hard at it. I put a lot into it, so I just want to make a career out of it.
Now, what is it, Apex?
The Apex Predator.
Now, how did that come along? How did you get that fight name? Who gave it to you?
It was actually Ross and Will. They came up with it. So
Did they say why? And
they said that I could beat the best. That's the worst part of what it is. Just keep going.
I know know cutting weight is probably one of the worst things when it comes to training. I mean, I love eating, so
I love eating too.
So cutting weight is probably one of the worst things. So how's that coming along?
This morning I woke up at 125, so I only have 10 pounds to cut. Hopefully the day before weigh-ins I weigh around 120, 119, and then just the rest is water weight. So
is there like a secret for cutting weight?
I'm just trying to eat healthy right now, and then when it comes the week of cutting, I just have a little bit smaller portions, carbs in the morning, oatmeal, and no more carbs throughout the day, just salads, something light like chicken or tuna, something like that.
As a
gallon of water a day at least.
Yeah, until to the very end,
yeah.
And then your body be rehydrated. But as a boxer, when I was constantly fighting every other month, I had it wasn't so much of a secret. I remember back in the amateur days, I would watch other boxers sit there the day of the weigh-in and just spit in a cup. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, what the hell are they doing? And then I finally realized, well, they're cutting all this water weight, right? So I was like,
a little bit extra.
Yeah. So you know what? I did it for one of my fights. So to hell of it, I was like 5 or 6 pounds overweight, and I was fighting in Oklahoma, and it was probably like a 4-hour drive, and I spit all the way, and I probably lost about 6-7 pounds. I was underweight. So to me, that's probably one of my secrets. I wouldn't recommend it, but do it the healthy way. So you're 3 weeks away. You're almost at weight. What do you think? Is probably one of the hardest thing when it comes to training. I mean, is that saying true? Training is the hardest part, and fighting is the easy part?
Yeah, fighting should be the easy part. I mean, especially if you're going with guys and you fight a girl, like it should be easier.
I'm kind of in between with that saying, training is the hardest part and fighting is the easiest part. Because when it comes to training, yes, you have to be physically fit to be in there every day, training 6 days a week, sometimes twice or 3 times a day. And then when it comes to game time, to fight time, you're thinking, okay, now everything I've learned and I've trained, now I got to put it into the ring or the cage for that matter. And now I think to me, fighting when it comes to fight day is more mental. Mental. You have to be mentally prepared, because it doesn't matter what you've been training for the last 6 weeks or however long you've been training for. Now you have to be mentally prepared and strong enough to go in there and say, okay, I did this during training, now I got to try to, put this in fighting. So I'm kind of, in between with that saying. Amber, is there any way that your fans, your family, friends can buy tickets to come watch you fight?
Yes, I have tickets that I'll be selling. It's $20 for general admission. You could also get them on the website for Premier Series. I think it's premierseries.net or premierfights.net, one or the other. And then you could also get them at the gate. And just make sure you mention my name, so credits go to me.
Exactly. Always get the tickets from the fighters. I mean, you always want to support your local fighter. I'm sure you have family that's out of town.
Yes. And
you understand that you just found out, I don't know if you just found out that they're going to be streaming live.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
I just found out from you.
Yeah, so if you're out of town, if you can't make it to the fight, Premier Series is going to be streaming it live for only $9.99. So if they can't come out and support you, they can definitely watch you online, for only $9.99 pay-per-view. So you can't beat that.
No.
So anything that you want to say to your opponent before you step in that cage?
Just good luck to Ivana Coleman. I know she's a good fighter, and it'll be a great match.
Okay, that brings a wrap to our interview. Amber, how about you sign us off?
Hey, I'm Amber Stautzenberger. You're watching UFFL Combat TV, and you've just been hit.